Hello and welcome to another episode of Community Corner here on the Serenity Resource Connector. Thank you so much for tuning in. If this is your first time joining us, a warm welcome to you. I am Winsome, and it's always a pleasure to host this forum where we hear some awesome initiatives that's going on in different spaces. We are in Youth Month, and we are going to be hearing from some awesome young people as they share on empowering lives through youth-led initiatives. For those of you who are on now and you're part of a youth-led initiative, go ahead and share in the comment the name of your youth-led organization so that we can celebrate you as you continue to do awesome work out there. So we are going to be highlighting the work of the Agape Hope Foundation, and we have an awesome group of young people. And here's the beauty about Agape Hope. One of the beauties that I saw with Agape Hope, the foundation was actually started by two young men, and I think that's a big deal based on the negative connotation that goes around about young men and not being focused. What I'm seeing with this organization is really commendable. And I'm speaking of none other than Stephen Simpson, president of Agape Hope. Stephen, join us here on screen. Welcome.
Hi, Ms. Zuja. Thank you for having us once again.
Awesome. Pleasure. Zachary Messam, co-president of Agape Hope. Welcome, Zachary.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Awesome. We also have another young king in the midst, Paulton McCarthy Walker, Vice President, holding and wearing a number of hats. Welcome, Paulton.
Good night. Thanks so much for having us.
Pleasure. All right. And of course, if we have these kings, we must have some queens to round out the mix, right? Outside of myself, that's of course. So we have joining us Shantora Williams, Head of Secretariat.
Welcome, good night. Thank you so much for having us.
Pleasure. And to round out the mix, we have Ariel Shirley, Human Resource Director.
Good evening, everyone.
Great evening, Ariel. Beautiful names, right? All right. So I'm sure the viewers, including myself, want to hear the story behind Agape Hope. Where did this Agape come from? What is it all about? And so, Stephen, you're going to lead off, and then Zachary can come in, your tag team, and share with us how did this all get started?
Definitely. Agape Hope, it's a bit of a funny story. During 2021, and everyone was isolated, it was, let's just be real, it came about because of bun and cheese, right? I was at home watching a program on the television where I saw someone in Mapen giving back to like homeless people on the road. And you know, when things happen in life where that was the right moment for me to see that on the screen, I was like, okay, Zachary, this coming Easter, I want to do something like this. Who are we going to bring together to pull off such a small yet impactful mission, right? So it was like, we knew we had friends, but it was all about choosing the correct people because it wasn't supposed to be just a one-time thing. It was something that we wanted to do continuously. So I bounced a few names off Zachary bounced a few names off me, and we started out with probably like 10, 11 people. But unfortunately, we weren't able to give away the bun and cheese that Easter. It was later down for the Christmas where we were like, okay, we have to kick it off, because a lot of times you want to do something, but it's you just sit down on the idea and never get going. So we got together some great young individuals who we have past experience with, who we know that they can be committed to the cause. And three of them are here right now, Zachary, Shantora, and Paulton. So Zachary can continue.
So basically, I've known Stephen since the beginning of high school. Like, we've been through a lot, a lot. I first met him at football practice under 14. I didn't play that year, but yeah, he didn't also. We played the second year, and from that, it was just up from there. We built a bond that's basically unbreakable. We played many teams together, the Jamaica national team together also. So, yeah, we've always been dreaming, talking about stuff. So, when he brought this to me, it was like no different from us dreaming. Initially, he came to me with the idea. He was talking about giving back the bun and cheese, all of that. And so, in the initial stage, we faced a lot of challenges because we came up, we're like, how are we going to do this? Where are we going to get this from? Who is going to be in this organization? And what we want to do, basically. But after having numerous conversations back and forth, everything just started to flow and fall into place to start what we now can call a family, basically.
Oh, beautiful. All right, let's get our live audience in. We have Holmes Work 876 congratulating the team.
Thank you.
All right, we also have Michelle Simpson, great going.
Hey,
That's my mother.
Dr. Sasha Shimhue, she is so
Sasha.
proud of you young people. All right,
Thank
through
you.
agents of change indeed. And they are all past students of the Glenmuir High School. And we have a number of Glenmuir Heights, or what's the correct term?
Glenmuirites.
Glenmuirites.
Glenmuir Heights.
Flagrant.
That's the term I know that you all are proud of, flagrant.
That's how we left it.
Definitely.
Advance Veritas still here.
All right, I'm learning. And just in case you thought I went to Glenmuir, no, I didn't. You all can adopt me. Yes, yeah. Yes, Doc Colored indeed. All right, fantastic. So for those of you who are just joining, whether you're live or you're watching the replay, we are hearing from this inspiring group of young people in this Youth Month, November 2023, Agape Hope. They're out there empowering lives through their youth-led initiatives. And we are hearing how it all got started. So take us back to that first meeting and what it is that you decided that you were going to do in terms of your mission and your vision for the organization.
Our first meeting was extraordinary, if I can remember correctly. I remember us as members, we all came online because Stephen and Zach would have spoken to me prior and, let me know that, listen, we're doing this, we want to do this, let's jump on it. And me and Steve, I've known Stephen for years. I think I've known Stephen even before I went to Glenmuir. So we've been very good friends for years, and that's kind of the relationship between us. So us speaking, I already saw everything that he wants, because we kind of have that type of bond where he says something, I get it, I say something, he gets it. So immediately I could see 10 years to the future exactly what we needed to do. And when they formulated the entire team, we literally dived right into it. I remember we were on the call for, what time did meeting start? About 8 or 9 the night?
9 p.m. to 2:30
roughly that
a.m.
time.
Yeah, we were up till about 2, 3 a.m. the night. We were on the call for hours, and quite a few of us. And we didn't even realize the time. It was such a God-led meeting. I remember us being there and everything was just flowing. We named the organization. We wrote up our mission, our vision. We decided what we wanted to do in the short term, in the long term. And it was just such a beautiful meeting. As per our vision, our vision is to become a beacon of hope and help for the less fortunate of the country. And when we were deciding that, it was just such an atmosphere while we were there the night. We could all feel the rush of wanting to do this work, and it was just so important for us. We set out on our mission right away, and from that we're able to create some of our core values. um, we've been a group of young people who've been very dedicated. It takes a lot, trust me, it takes a lot to do what we've done. And initially, not to say that we wouldn't have thought it would be a lot of work, because I'm someone who really plans ahead for the future. Everyone here can tell you I'm very meticulous. So I was aware that it would be a challenge, don't get me wrong. But
Yes.
doing the work, especially with these beautiful young people, doing the work has been like nothing I've done before. It's so rewarding, but it does take a lot. And it takes a lot in the sense where it's not something that hurts us or we feel labored. It's a challenge that we take on so well, because we've known from day one what exactly we've wanted to do, and we've taken up that mantle.
And it sounds to me like you are all walking in purpose, because that's what happens when you're walking in purpose. The journey becomes so much easier. Not that
Oh, definitely.
challenges aren't there, but
Definitely.
some way, somehow you find the energy to just keep moving, because it's all about how you're helping others and not about the
Oh,
individual.
definitely.
Never
All
Definitely.
right.
forget. Never
Let's
forget.
Definitely. Definitely.
Indeed. Cynthia is joining us all the way from California. So proud of the team, especially her
Thank
godson,
you.
Paulton. Way to go, young
Hi, Grandma.
people. Cecilia, oh Lord, she people of my own heart love the energy. And I
Thank
know
you.
exactly why, Cecilia. From one who powers a foundation, I know the feeling. Indeed. Yes.
Thank you so
Hard
much.
work, but fulfilling work. And that's what
Definitely.
makes the difference.
Definitely.
Definitely that. Definitely.
Hi,
Definitely.
Ronald.
Ah,
What a
Hi,
team
Hey,
indeed.
Ronald.
Agape.
And Mommy Walker is here. So very proud of these brilliant, selfless youngsters. All right.
Hi,
And
Mom. Trust me, it's been the most rewarding thing, honestly. And I mean, there's a lot that comes into play. Trust me, after we've set our mission and everything, there was a lot that came into play afterwards. We're a very structured set of young people, to be honest. And after we decided our mission and our vision, we decided what we wanted to do. We invoked a very strict principle among ourselves. We're very honest with each other.
definitely.
We help each other a lot. We really talk a lot. We communicate a lot. And the organization is very structured. We decided that from day one that, listen, in order to get stuff done, you have to know the specifics of what you're doing. We have to, bounce off each other a specific way, so not to waste time, to waste any resources, anything like that. So we've been very structured in what we do. We have a very specific way how we do things, how we procure resources, sponsorship, etc. And our secretary department, I'm going to turn over to Shantara, who is here, our head of the secretary department. She and her team, they really center the organization in terms of all that we do, and I'll let her elaborate on that.
before we get there, because this is like a master class we're having here this evening. So because I must commend you. I did it before we came on, but I must commend you publicly.
Thank
Be-
you.
you started in 2021, and you have grown in leaps and bounds based on what you have been able to accomplish. There are
Thank
a number of organizations that started years before and are nowhere close to the structure that you currently have. So help to guide some persons maybe who have been on the journey for some time and it's just not coming together. Those who are looking to get started, but for some reason they need that little extra oomph. When the roadblocks came, how did you give some two practical tips how you actually dealt with some of those challenges? Paulton, you mentioned there were challenges. Two practical tips.
Great.
There definitely were a lot of challenges. What I can say, first of all, know your team. As a leader, I've always been a leader. My mom has been, growing me like that since day one. We're natural leaders, and because of that, I take it as a point to know who I'm working with from day one. it helps you to know what to do, you know. I know my team very well. I've been friends with most of the members prior to us actually starting. And other from being friends with them, we're very established in the organization. When it comes on to doing our Agape business, the time for specific friendships and stuff like that don't come in. We're very specific like that. We get the business done, then we laugh afterwards. And because of that, you have to know who you're working with and know that, okay, Stephen is here. Stephen, once Stephen comes, Stephen is ready to get to work. So I need to be ready to get to work, So know your team is one. It takes a lot of the challenges out of the way. And secondly, I would say be prepared. Be prepared. Trust me, we've done a lot of projects in our little time and we plan meticulously. And I think that's how we've been able to really execute them, especially in some of the short spans that we have. Trust me, we've done some projects where 2 weeks before we're just jumping on and then it turns out into this big thing because we prepare a lot. We take a lot of our time as students, we'll be doing group projects, meetings, stuff like that, and then we jump right into Agape late in the night, sacrifice sleep, all of that. Trust me, my mom can tell you a lot of mornings she's late for work just because I was up all night making a lot of noise with the team. So we dedicate a lot of our time to preparing for projects. Because if you're going to do something, do it good, do it great. And
Definitely.
Each of us are very talented young individuals in the organization. We use our talent and our skills a lot to really make sure that everything that we do is successful. So know your team, know who you're working with, and be prepared. Anything that you're going to do, plan it, do it to your best, and everything will work out with God.
And just to add,
I love that you mentioned, before you come in, Stephen, I love that you mentioned about group work. Because here's the thing, when you're in school and you're doing group work, you don't understand how this will help you after you leave school. But this is why it's very important. That's why you work so well together, because it's some of those principles that you would have developed doing the group work that helps you in what you're doing now. All right, go ahead, Steve, and then we're going to go right into Shantora sharing where Paulton left off. Go ahead, Stephen.
I was just saying I must give credit to all the parents behind the children who are in Agape, because without them, without especially the workers at Angel's Bridal, Auntie Plummy, Auntie Maureen, my mother, Paulton's mother, Zach's mother, Shantora's mother, Ario's mother, it's all just it's much bigger than us. I mean, yes, we do the meetings, we do all that, the heavy lifting, but without them, they're like the backbones of Agape, because when we need direction, when we need guidance, when we need prayer, they're always there. That. So it is, we have to give credit to them also. And yes, thank you very much.
Indeed. One quick moment, Shantora. All right, Jeanette Shimyu. Hi, Mommy Shimyu. Outstanding contribution. You are making a difference. Futures Kitchen, go Agape. Dolores Miller, very proud of you, Paulton and team. Great going. And we have Holmes Work 876. Paulton must have been a Cub Scout.
I was.
All right. Okay, the power of teamwork makes the dream work indeed. And Model Anderson, Community Health Aid Manchester. Oh, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Teams that mess up. Fantastic. Amazing stuff. Go ahead, Shantora.
All right, definitely. So just to add on to what Paulton said, from who was talking about the hierarchy that we have in Agape, as he mentioned from the first meeting, we made it an entire point that we're saying we need to know the structure that we're going into this entire project thing with. So from that meeting, we're like, okay, Zachary and Stephen, they're the heads, of course. They're the ones who came with this beautiful idea to go into the community and do better than what we're seeing that's being displayed. And after that, we went into our vice president, who's Paulton, of course. And we saw not only knowing your people, as Paulton said, but knowing their strengths, knowing what they can do and how we can use that to make not just Jamaica better, but the world, as our vision and mission states. So we knew that Paulton was perfect for this role. We knew that he had that initiative to plan ahead. We knew he was the person specific for this. And then I, of course, I love typing. I love documents. I love seeing things being organized. I was ready for this role. And Ariel, the people person, she's ready to talk. She's ready to be there with others, ready to comfort you. So we're like, who else could get this role? Literally nobody else. And of course, we have Javian and Dominique, even though they're not here tonight. Javian, the events person, anybody who needs question on that, he's the one you go to. And Damo, who helps Spartan in finance, no one else could be better. She has the background in accounts, and they just work together beautifully as a team. So from that night, we knew everybody's strengths. We knew how with these people, this entire exec would not fail, and therefore our organization would not fail. And as Paulson said, with the meticulous planning that goes in, we have numerous files that we have to keep continually like updating, numerous files we have to have proper heading for. And it's been a time, but it's so fulfilling to know that with all of this that's going on, we're helping others. We're not just doing it for ourselves, but we're out there, we're seeing a difference. We're seeing the smiles that people give us. We're seeing the children come to us. We're hearing the children ask, when is Agape coming back to our community? And because of that, my part is just beautiful, or I can know that I'm seeing the happening. I'm writing down, I'm documenting the minutes of the meeting, our 4-hour meetings, our 5-hour meetings. I'm writing all that down, continually communicating with our senior and general members from the exec. All of that, all the information being stored in our drive. It's just beautiful to know that you can see the growth of Agape. You can see from just our documentation, which my team, I am so proud of them, of how much we've grown and how much we've come from. It's just beautiful to see how Agape continually grows from the start to where we're at now, where we're doing an entire interview just to showcase in Youth Month how amazing Agape is and how we will continue to be amazing.
Say it a little louder. Sheldon, but geez, great going, Agape. Very proud of Stephen and Zachary. And we have Life with Tash. That's my baby. And brother. Who is the baby?
Tori.
I'm the baby.
Amazing. Awesome. So this sets up the next phase beautifully in terms of formalization, because you have already started. Because we would have had a preliminary session where we sat down and we actually had a chit chat before we even came on here, as it relates to formalizing the foundation. And remember I told you all that this is like one of those master sessions. Make sure you have your notebook, or you can go back to the replay because it will be there. All right. Right. So a big part of formalizing is proper record keeping, and you have that, Pat, in terms of the history that you've been able to document there. And the questions that you all asked me during that session, they were able to get a lot out of me that people pay thousands to in a session for. But I was happy to share in terms of some of the resources that you can use in terms of setting yourself up. Really, really applaud the fact that you're looking to formalize the organization. And so at this point, Paulton, why is it that at this point you decide that it's necessary to formalize? What are the benefits that you're looking to get from formalizing officially?
Well, definitely officially. We're currently on our journey to being officially registered. Would have wanted to done it in the past, but we've, had to allocate funds towards specific projects. But our president, trust me, he's really working on it. Stephen has been grilling me for weeks. Get it done. So we definitely will be an officially registered charity soon. But formalizing the charity has been important to us from day one. As I said, in terms of our structure, how we do things is very specific. We're very official in our duties. Trust me, when we come out to meetings, our meetings start with prayer. Shantora hosts the meeting, runs the meeting. When we communicate in groups, it's very formal. When we're, on the road, when we're doing our projects, interacting with any of our sponsors and well-wishers, it's a very formal thing that we take on. We're really serious about the work that we're doing here because, trust me, some persons might think it's just light work, but we really take it so serious. And I think that's why we as young persons have been so dedicated for a time. Because the reality is we live in the country, we live in the world, we see everything every day. We're not hidden from it. We do see the reality of all the stuff that's going on around us. And us being a structured organization helps us to mitigate these things very much faster, very much holistically. And that's why it's been so important for us all this time.
All right. In addition to that, once you're formalized, for those who have been operating for some time, they'll tell you one of the biggest challenge with not formalizing for businesses, not-for-profit organization, any organization at all, is the lack of credibility, and that actually puts you out of the running to get funding for your organization. So
Definitely.
that's one of the big plus of actually formalizing, registering,
Definitely.
right? And you're looking to go get charity status. So you want to make sure that you dot your I's, cross your T's, and
Most
Shannon
definitely.
on board. And I'm sure she's grooming others so that they can back her up to make sure that they get that
Definitely.
part right in
Definitely.
terms of compliance.
Definitely.
Right. So those are some of the other benefits of actually formalizing.
Because we have a team
Right.
who's, because we had separated a team specifically on registering the benefits, etc. of it. And trust me, we've seen the benefits of doing it. And it's definitely our intention to do it very, very soon. We hope to garner so much more sponsors in the future, because there's a lot planned, and you'll hear about it further down. But there's a lot. Trust me, there's a lot that we have the intention to do, a lot of good work that we intend to do. And to do this, we need funding. It's very important. So formalizing the charity is the first step. Then we can go into that. But we really do know the benefits, and we're working towards it, because the intention for the charity is to grow. No matter what happens, the base intention is to grow and to do the most that we can do for our communities, our country, and the world at large.
Fantastic. All right. Which takes us into the whole matter of funding. How are you currently funded?
Now I will take on that question. I must say that most of our funding comes through member donations, rather, in the form of monthly dues. And over time, this has extended to donations from our family and family friends and close friends. And like Steven said, we must give them a huge shout out because they are indeed the backbone of how we operate. Um, and so recently we've been reaching out to well-established organizations in and around the parish, which is why we are pressing on to register so that we can do this on a global basis, rather. Um, as it regards to funding, our very first fundraiser, apart from our dues and all that, was our Bite of the Week luncheon, which was held in June. And we're hoping to host this annually, but highlighting a different culinary background each year. So all the people in the comments, we are looking forward to your support for our next luncheons as well as our next fundraisers. And the fundraising is important because seeing that we are a charity funded by ourselves as well as our sponsors, we have to remain consistent. And after formation, after structure, is consistency for us, most definitely. So that is definitely how we keep afloat through sponsors, through our monthly dues, and we're hoping for some global sponsorship. Anybody here tonight, feel
But
free.
you are getting there. You are getting there. Not very far from
Trust
there
me,
at
it's definitely
all.
the plan.
Not far from there at all. So, what are some you did mention just now in terms of the fundraising events? In terms of when you are setting the journey, Paulton mentioned earlier that you are very meticulous in your planning. So, on average, how long does it take you to plan a function? You said 2 weeks before Paulton, but that's for this kind of synergy. What about those who are not doesn't have this kind of synergy? What would you recommend in terms of a reasonable time frame to get some of these initiatives that you have off the ground?
I would
Okay,
definitely
first of
say
all,
because
by step by step. Yeah, go ahead.
okay, because of the chemistry that we have, I believe that it has spoiled us into waiting until the last minute to plan a project. But for those out there who are getting to know your team, I suggest you give yourself at least a month or two to plan a project to ensure smooth sailing. Paulton, you can go ahead.
Yeah, I was just adding, I was just saying step by step, know the magnitude of whatever you're gonna do. That kind of gives you an idea of how long you might need. And know, as I said before, know your team, know, how fast your members can work, and from that you can collectively decide on a specific time frame. And trial and error too. You might not get it right the first time, but trial and error.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. Trial and error indeed is to learn the lessons, take the lessons and move on from there. Fantastic.
Sure.
So what's the vision in terms of your financial sustainability? What does that look like in terms of the mix of funding that you're looking?
Like I
to
said,
you?
we are planning a lot of fundraisers for the future. Look out for them. I don't want to share too much, but for next year or maybe the next 2 years, we're looking at a night of the arts, which is a cultural display through different performances, dance, music, speech, singing, all of that good stuff, as well as the other luncheons. And also, we are looking into hosting a Miss Agape, which will boost our public relations. So look out for that. Thank you very much. But otherwise, from that, we will be continuing our monthly dues as well as to continue seeking sponsorship as humble beginnings. We shall stay humble.
Definitely.
Bless the Lord.
Yes.
Indeed. All right. So the organization is just about 2 years, a little over 2 years old, right?
Little over-
Little.
We
Yeah.
celebrate
right.
our second anniversary in September.
Okay.
Yes. September.
All right. So you're just a year, a month younger than Serenity Resource Connector.
Hey.
Yes. Well, maybe not so much, because Serenity Resource Connector started the 26th of August 2021 in the midst of COVID. So
Ooh,
Oh, just a month,
at that.
about precisely a month
That's-
before this.
about a month.
Just a
Okay.
Yeah,
month.
precisely.
There
Yeah.
you go. All right. Fantastic. So you've done quite a bit. And if you all have not yet visited the Agape Hope Instagram page, you need to check it out.
It's
It
beautiful
tells
over there.
the full
Go
story.
look.
Okay. Lady Walker sharing that Bite of the Week was an awesome event. But all right, we're going to
Oh,
get
that
it.
was amazing. That was our first luncheon this year. So we coined the name as Bite of the Week.
Yep.
for
Okay.
And it all
luncheon.
came from a simple joke. That was
It
hilarious.
was literally just a joke on the meet where we're
It
just
was
like
just a
shoot
joke.
our random names. And then at first we didn't even want Bite of the Week. And as we sat on it somewhere, we were like, no other name could be chosen. It has
And
to
it-
be Bite of the Week.
And we have so much plans for the event itself because this year we
Mhm.
did Jamaican cuisine, obviously. It was really good. We had some chefs and most of our families contributed to the cooking as well. But our intention for that specific fundraiser is to change the culinary background each year, just to, keep it
Mix it up a little
spicy. Right. So next year we're
Diversity.
hoping, yes. So we're hoping to move to some Indian cuisine next year. The year after that, I'm thinking a Chinatown type of theme. So we want to keep our fundraisers very interactive, very diverse. So you're not only supporting, but you're supporting and getting your money's worth.
And you can
Sounds
ask our
awesome.
supporters about our first Bite of the Week. The food was great, so it was indeed the Bite of the Week. Thank you very much.
And in addition to what Carlton said, it's not just like keeping diversity for the organization, but embracing the entire Jamaican culture as we're out of one many people.
Precisely.
We're not just towards Jamaican cuisine, we're Indians, we're Africans, it's just a wide variety. I want to continue to embrace that as we are Jamaican based, even though we're going
Awesome.
global.
All right. It
Definitely.
sounds like you're all going to come back and join us on Culture Corner one of these days.
No
Sure.
problem. No
Yes,
problem.
JCDC probably need to give you a badge of honor for
Hey.
helping to preserve
Huh?
our culture.
I was a
which
part
It
of
is important to us. It is. It is.
fantastic, and it's right, and it should be to us as a people to help to preserve. And I love this because this is one of the things that we talked about on Culture Corner, how it is. We actually had a youth focus this month and talking about how it is that the youth can help to preserve our rich cultural heritage. And here you are just sharing
Right.
how it is that
Because
you're
we are the future of the country, so if we don't take up the mantle, who's going to do it? We have
fantastic.
to keep the culture alive.
Exactly.
Definitely. You're not even the future, you're the now.
We are no.
We are the now planning for the future.
Yeah, because you have to get started now, build your muscles. So when you all are there and you have to start grooming others, you would have been well on your way, right?
Definitely.
Definitely.
Fantastic. Love the dynamics, because you're not just focusing on one thing. And I intentionally did not ask you at the earlier stage in terms of the focus of the organization, because
Mm.
as you share, it will all come out. You can do the wrap up at the end in terms of what specifically it is that you're going to be zoning in on. But for now, just we just continue to flow. All right. Share with us. You've had some impactful initiatives outside of the bite of the week. Share with us some others that you've had since the inception of the organization.
Mm.
Well, for first project, what we did was that we wanted to cater specifically to the homeless and needy persons in the Maypen area in Clarendon. So what we did for that first project was that we prepared food items, and we also prepared care packages because it was during COVID. So we prepared some care packages as well, toiletries, stuff for the home, etc. And that was our first project. So that was the first initiative that we really wanted to take up, and we are looking to jump right back on that in very soon, very soon time. So our first initiative was to target the homeless and the needy. Our second initiative focused on the children, and we've been on that initiative for quite some time. We've been to quite a few children homes. There's much more coming up in the short term because we've been getting a lot of resources for the children's home in the past few months. Trust me, right now my guest room is completely filled with things for the kids. So
Nice.
we've been focusing on the children for quite some time. We've been to the Effortville community for a recent back to school project. In previous time, would have spent a lot of time in the community of Hoyle's content, where we did a Christmas treat there, quite a few little initiatives in that beautiful community. They love us there. We want to go back so soon. The children, they are amazing. And we had such a time this summer in Effortville as well. So that was we were focusing on the children for quite some time, still are. But our future initiatives are geared towards, more persons in the community, the elderly specifically. We would have visited the infirmary, which year was it? Last year, I think. Would have visited the
Last
infirmary
year.
along, yes, along when we went to some children homes. So that's still a focus for us. Long term, because what we've done in the planning committee is that we've set out some short-term goals versus our long-term goals. So there are a lot more initiatives that we're specifically geared towards. Also, one of my little favorite projects that I've been working on for about the past 2 years is Agape's environmental project. I've been really meticulous about it, which is why we haven't launched as yet. But the plan is to really work towards our environmental sustenance in the country. We all see we all see everything day by day, the garbage that's everywhere, stuff like that. And we're a small island. We have a lot of rain issues, stuff like that. So I think to be environmentally aware is to our benefit. So there is an environmental initiative that's coming soon. We also want to continue to work with not only the children but the students. So we have a school tour that's planned that should be coming soon. We want to start going out in the schools. That might start on a smaller scale at first, but there's so much planned. There's so much that we want to do. We want to ensure that everyone's culturally aware, academically aware. Steve and Zach would have been talking to me about a scholarship program for some time. We're looking into that very, very, very soon. We're seeking some funding for that as well to provide some scholarships to students in primary and high schools. Hopefully, in a few years, we can give away some tertiary scholarships as well. So trust me, there's a lot of initiatives planned. There's a lot that we've done, but it's not even the big. It's nowhere yet. It's just beginning. Trust me,
This is
there's
just the
so
beginning.
much planned. Just the beginning.
Hello. If this is just the beginning, you said you're going to start small. Don't limit God. Come on.
Oh, not at all.
Oh, not
Not
at
What kind of
all.
synergy that
at
you have?
all.
Listen to me. All right. So it's testimony time. We have an expo that's scheduled for next week, Tuesday. God, hold the rain up.
Amen.
Right. So it's that
Speaking of the
started.
next poll, we also have something tomorrow as well.
Right.
Tomorrow we
Before you
host
share
our
that,
Mhm.
we don't want to circumvent. Just to share why I'm saying don't limit God before you move into that. We don't want to rush. We want to get it clear. Right. So it started out as expanding the community safety and security online forum that we have each second Thursday. So, of course, in planning mode for a couple months with the Clarendon Police Division, and just about a month before the event, or 3 weeks before the event, here comes Area 3 Police indicating that they are supposed to be doing a police open house. But since we're already having something in Clarendon, they are coming on board. So we have a massive expo that's planned for Tuesday, the 21st. And that is why I say don't limit God. Just do your
Oh my
part and just watch him do the rest. All right.
Trust me, they showed up a lot in our initiatives in the past. They
Hey,
can tell you because we can have a specific thing where Stephen is hopeful. I'm the one who plans for all the mistakes. So sometimes I'll be on the phone with Stephen and Zach, and I'm like, guys, let's postpone, because it doesn't look like it's going to work. But that's my job. My job is to identify, the risk factors, etc. But Stephen and Zach are always going to be there like, listen, it's going to work. And I eventually always come around and, what God does with our, small initiatives at times, when we really see how He multiplies everything and turns it into such a beacon of help for persons. Trust me, it's amazing to watch each time.
Amen. Exceedingly abundantly. All right. Fantastic. So awesome initiatives that you have already undertaken. Much more to
Mhm.
come in the future. Go ahead and share with us that one that's lined up for tomorrow.
Right. So tomorrow, our excellent members will be engaging in our first online webinar. It's entitled Personal Development. So it's a youth focused webinar. We'll be having some speakers from overseas who will be coming online on the platform tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Jamaica time. And we'll be having a very engaging session with the young persons where they have a lot of young people who are excited, who've signed up to be a part of the webinar tomorrow. It's going to be very interactive, very fun-filled, very informative. It's all about personal development. Another one of our missions as members is to really grasp the young people into developing themselves, because a developed person leads to a developed country, and with a specific mindset that ensures the future for the country. So developing the youth is very important to us. The HR department is also working on a student wellness camp. So there's a lot of youth-led initiatives that we're planning to have, because the youth are the future. We are the future now. And with us having the right mindset, the country changes. Because what happens is that the country or a specific situation is a specific way because of the mindset that's behind it. And I believe, and we believe, that once you have a specific mindset, a better mindset, then everything will lead right behind that. So our personal development webinar is tomorrow at 6. It's going to be very fun, very engaging, very informative.
All right. Who has the promo to share?
I do.
Go ahead and share the promo. All right. While we wait on that to come up, all right. You have where exactly can they find the link to join tomorrow? Is there a registration process that's required?
Right. So Shantor can tell you a little bit more about that.
The
All right. Go
link
ahead,
has
Chantal.
already the link has already been displayed on the first poster that we sent out from we were just broadcasting, because we scheduled it in our Google Meets calendar. So as soon as they see the poster, it's right there. They just join and they get free admission and everything. So there's really not much to admission. It's just just joining, pressing the little Google Meets code, and coming on and enjoying all that we have planned for them, to be
Right.
honest.
All right.
However, there
I'm
will
saying you
be
go, coach.
giveaways.
I'm proud of you all.
Thank
Amazing.
Amen.
you.
Are you
In
guys
All
regards
able
right.
to the
to see my
giveaways,
screen?
you have to sign up. There's a link attached to it's in our Instagram bio. I'm not. Is it on our poster? Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, just
But
in
In the
okay,
bio.
so You have to go over to our Instagram page and look in our bio for our sign up for the webinar, because in order for you to be able to win whatever we're giving away, you have to be you have to sign up. You have to let us know that you're gonna
You
be
got to
there.
sign up to get a chance to win, right? All
Right.
right.
Yeah.
The Agape
Definitely.
family in the comments, go ahead and share the Instagram handle for the foundation. All
Are you guys
right. Let's hear.
able to see the video?
It's coming up.
Okay.
All right. Doc said the food was delicious.
Thank you, Doc.
All right. So the video is coming up. All right. Makeda is reminding you all that the webinar is tomorrow. Did you hit play?
Okay.
Hello, Agape Hope Foundation, Track Education are very happy to be collaborating with you this weekend on Friday the 17th of November. One of the objectives of Track Education is to collaborate with non-profit organization, youth non-profit organization like you guys are, and support you with your development. We will be offering you scholarships and mentorships. But what's most important is I'm looking forward to telling you my story tomorrow, the 17th of November. So come out and hear how Track Education can support you, and hopefully you'll be motivated by my story as well.
All right. With that kind of encouragement, if you're not yet signed up, you need to go ahead and do that. Share with all the young people in your network. I've not seen this name for quite a while. Lantia Dallas. Hi, Lantia. Thanks for connecting. Cheyenne. Thank you all for connecting. All right. Amazing. All right. So you've been reaching quite a number of community groups, the elderly, the children, and so many others. Hi, Lantia. Yes, right. Collaboration. That is very important and very powerful as we continue on the mission journey. Share with us the collaboration or collaborations that you've had so far, other than what's coming up tomorrow.
In the past, we've only collaborated with one established foundation so far. We collaborated with the Mindful Association. They're another young-led organization. Some students who were at Glenmore High with us. They're a mental health organization. So they partnered with us during the pandemic. That's when we went to quite a number of children homes and infirmary, etc. So that's when we partnered with them. And trust me, collaborations are very important to us. We're looking into so much more in the very, very near future. We've been already making a lot of talks with different organizations, different establishments. Also, even outside of the charity scope as well, there are also some private firms who would like to partner, would like to donate. So we've been in talks with quite a few people, because as we said before, we do know the importance of the funding. Also collaborating helps you to widen your reach, because Agape can go so far right now, but there are other persons who might be more established, who might be established in this area while we're established in one. So the reachability is so much more extended, and so that's important to us because we've reached such a wide group of persons in the short time that we have. It's because of our collaborations with foundations, with families and friends, etc. So it's a very important thing to us.
Fantastic. Right. So for those who are looking to get involved in Agape, I'm sure there are some young people who might be saying, wow, I want to be a part of that organization. They seem to have it all together.
Okay.
Dora, see if you have something to share. How do I get in?
They know why I raised my hand, because when it comes to admitting people into the organization, it is very strategical, because yes, Agape is making moves, Agape is doing this, Agape is doing that, but Who is to say? I'm not saying that this is what their intentions are, but we are not looking for people who are just coming for a jolly time, because it's not just a jolly time. It's about getting the work done, staying up, doing the sacrifices, because that is what has been able to carry us this far. I am very Ariel right there. Ariel had to go through an interview, and Ariel and I have been friends since first form. Paulton and I, we scheduled all the interviews. Shantura and her team told us who we're interviewing at what time for how long, and we had to make sure that these are the people that we think are the right fit. We have numerous DMs about, I love what you guys are doing. When can I join? How can I join? But also, we kind of feel bad sometimes because we can't allow everybody to come in. It takes time. And if we allow everybody to come in, it's going to be like, a whole crowd, and we have to do this and we have to do that and we have to do this and we have to do that. So what I was thinking a few months ago, I remember Paulton said, we can do a How Do You Agape. So a How Do You Agape is like a challenge where we incorporate the public. You don't have to be local, you can be international. And we're also thinking about doing it for the entire month of December, where people would record themselves doing a good deed or take a picture, and we have a hashtag, and you would post to your social media just to be a part of the move, just to be a part of the change. So that is one step that we're trying to take to, allow people to feel, and giving others the platform as well to show that, okay, I want to be the change. I want to help the change, because there are some people who are probably shy as well, but we are giving you the platform to do the good deed, basically. So
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So they don't have to be in the organization to support the organization.
No.
What about those entities that would want to, they say, wow, I love what I'm hearing, I love the approach, and I want to support Agape Hope in getting to that next level? How can they reach you?
We have an email, we have an Instagram. Our email, we can leave the email in the chat if it is possible, or we can leave it with you. But we have an email. Our email is what we use to communicate professionally. We don't like using Instagram, but we love to use our email. We accept help from anybody. We're not going to deny the help, because, as we always say, it's not about us. It's about bringing the change, helping others. So if someone wants to say, hey, I want to donate this, how can this help to change someone's life? Don't worry about how it will. We will find a way to make it change someone's life or impact someone's life. So it is much bigger than us. Give it to us and we will make it work, because we love to go by, we're a God-blessed organization. So God will direct us how to use it, and use it wisely. So anything you have to give, we will accept it and make it work.
Yes, you do a fish and bread with it, right?
A fish and bread with it. Open in the
Yes. Amazing. Amazing. All right. So that's how you so go ahead. What's going on with the Agape team in the comments? You should be put in the details in the comments, or you can comment on directly on the YouTube page, and I will highlight it so those who are going to the video can see how they can reach out to you. Put the handle there, and I will flag it. Go ahead.
I was trying to comment our Gmail in the chat, but it wasn't allowing me. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Try again.
All right. Maybe because it's best if you.
But I can just do it verbally.
Right. You can share it verbally, but also you can make a comment on the video itself on YouTube, and I'll flag it so that it's
definitely
pin it there for you. Right. Go ahead.
Definitely. But it is agapehopej@gmail.com. That is our email that you can contact us at any time, and we will respond as quickly as possible for all collaborations and all other information.
Are there any specific areas that you are looking to have support in at this time as you move into the next phase?
Well, definitely. As we said, we have some specific initiatives and programs that are coming up. Right now, one of the donations that are best to us is to have some financial help because we do a lot of projects. We move around a lot. We go to different homes, different communities. So we do move around a lot. But in terms of our initiatives currently, what we do is that most of the target groups that we see are children and young people. So if it's not finances, if it's anything to do with food, clothes, anything like that, stuff for academics, books, anything like that, all of those things are beneficial to us because that's where we focus most of our energy currently. When it comes down to the students, when it comes down to the children, when it comes down to the young people. So that's where most of our focus is currently, not for the entire time period, but currently that's where our main focus is. So if you are thinking of donating, if it's anything financial, anything to do with food, anything for school, anything like clothes, anything like that, is so beneficial to us.
Fantastic. All right. So we are less than 4 minutes to the top of the hour. And we have shared, you have all shared so many things. So for those who joined us late, don't worry, it will be there. The video will be there. Please share so that more people can see the awesome things that's going on with these young people as they continue to impact lives and empower. Zika Brown, great to have you. One of his favorite things to say, let's go. All right. Zachary, we haven't heard from you in a little while. What's your final thought to leave with our viewers?
So Agape Hope Foundation, we all know it's a non-profit charitable organization. It's all about giving. But at the end of the day, it's not all about giving, but how much love we put into giving. Definitely. Because nothing beats seeing a smile on someone's face, like
Oh,
changing
absolutely.
someone's life. Like, it's just heartwarming, to be honest.
It is. It is.
Amazing. All right.
You saw that
Ariel?
Zach was quiet for most of the time. Zach's kind of our, we call him our silent partner. Because the thing with Zach,
Partner.
Zach doesn't speak much, but Zach is gonna work.
Zach isn't the deep thinker. I know
That
that
is
one.
good.
Yeah.
Ariel?
I'm not really sure how I can top what Zachary just said,
You're not
but I
topping him,
must
you're being
say,
Ariel.
I am very proud of what we've accomplished so far. I can see all that we're gonna accomplish in the future, and I just really do pray the best for our organization. I pray that we continue to work together well. I pray that God continues to lead us and lead us well, and I pray that we continue to be obedient to His word and to His guidance. That's all.
Amen. And this is a good place to take Dolores Miller comment. Great team. You're already making waves. I like your inclusion of God in your endeavors as young people. This is hopeful. And I second that. All right, Stephen.
As I always say, this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. There's so much more to come, and we will forever remain humble. We will forever remain thankful and blessed because what we have been able to achieve in the 2 years is just it's mind blowing. And my advice to anyone, it will be, if you have a dream, if you have something that you are sitting down and you want to do it, but you're thinking about if you should do it, get up and do it, because you will never know. You will never know until you try. And that's what I did, and that's what we're all doing at Agape. We have so much planned and we're not going to sit on it. We're going to do it, whether it looks like it's not going to happen or not, because it is not for us. It is not for us. It's for the people of Jamaica and the world, because Agape is not just designated to one set of people. Anyone that we can help, we will help. It doesn't matter where you are, we will help you. So my advice is, whoa, Hello?
Go ahead. We're hearing you. We're hearing you, Stephen. Go ahead.
Are you guys hearing me?
Yes.
Yes, we are.
Seem to be a delay on his end. All right. We're a little bit
Yeah.
over the hour, but go ahead, Shantora, and share.
My thing that I would say to Agape is, as Paulson mentioned earlier, we always pray before our meetings. Never stop doing that. Continue including God. Continue putting God first before everything that we do, because without Him, we wouldn't be here. The successful projects that we've had, rather, is all according to Him. Continue having the bond that we have, learning about each other, growing with each other as we have done so well in Agape, and continue to put our dreams out there. Never, as you said before, never limit God to what He can do for us, because we've done beautifully, if I might say so myself, so far. So it's just continue to do great, continue to put God first, and help the world and Jamaica.
All right. Before Paulton puts the topping on the cake. All right. Kaim, as a member of Agape, I can genuinely confirm that it's the perfect place for giving back and spreading love, especially the thoughtful initiatives we consistently undertake. All right. Amazing. Fantastic. Go ahead, Paulton. Take it home.
First of all, I must say thank you so much for this opportunity, for allowing us to come and share. It's such a beautiful platform. I must say thank you so much for highlighting what we've been doing, and I pray so much success for you in the future. Amen. Agape Hope, Agape Hope, Agape Hope. Everyone knows me and Agape, my entire family, all of my friends, everybody. Agape is literally my life a lot of the times. We put so much effort into it, and trust me, a lot of the times when I really see how far we've come, it truly brings me to tears. As young persons, we've really done a lot, and I tell God thanks all the time, because it's all because of Him. It's all His mission that we're doing. There's so much that we have planned. There's so much that we want to do, and probably some of the times we didn't think we'd reach this far, but we are here, and there's so much further to go. I want to take the opportunity quickly to thank all the persons who've been supporting us so far, our families, all our parents, our cousins, our grandmothers, all of our external supporters. The family at Angels Bridal has been pivotal in our growth. Trust me, Auntie Plummy, Auntie Maureen, the entire team there, you guys have been our cornerstone for so long. We thank you guys so much. There is so much to come. To our members who are not here tonight, I love you guys so much. This is such an organization where I try to foster so much growth in our members. Even the young man who you would have seen just comment. One time, Kaim was afraid to talk, afraid to do anything, and he's grown so much in the past 2 years. So I've really dedicated myself to that as well. There's so much God bless stuff right here, and we thank God for it so much. I love you all. Thank you to everyone who supported, who will support in the future. We look forward to great things from the Agape Hope Foundation.
Amazing. And you're thanking me. Let me thank you, because this is just God in the midst. Because when you all reached out to me, I felt honored that I have some young people who wants to come on the platform.
Yes.
This is amazing. And
Right.
so
Because Ronald is my PR person, because one of my departments is split between media and public relations, and Ronald is specifically my PR guy, So he jumped on it and was like, Paulton, let's get this done. Let's do this. And I said, Ronald, beautiful idea. I love the program. Let's talk about it. So thank you so much.
fantastic. My absolute pleasure. This is why I do this. Courtney, thank you so much for the reminder and the plug. And just to remind you all that are here that have not yet subscribed, to please subscribe. Invite others to subscribe as well, so that we can continue to highlight the awesome work that's going on. I just love when the young people get actively involved, because I'm learning a lot from you all. So, all right. So thank you so much. Has been a pleasure hosting,
Thank you.
facilitating this discussion. Thank you for those who are able to join us live. And remember, for those who are not able to be with us live to get in on the action, hey, share the link. They can watch after, and be sure to leave some comments on the YouTube page, encouraging our young people at Agape Hope, and for others who are looking to start their own foundation to make an impact, changing lives as they go from day to day. Let us continue to encourage them all. Thank you so much, Lady Pat.
I think Steve is still here. I'm not sure if you're seeing him. I think he's
Stephen.
somewhere in the universe.
Yes, come back on, Stephen, while we wrap. Did you finish your point, Stephen? You're making a point before we.
No, I was just saying, if you have a dream, chase it, because you never know. And I'm not sure if anyone touched on it, but what we do at Agape, we prepare ourselves and our members for the world also, because we are going to go out into the real world. We're going to have jobs where we have to show up on time, we have to communicate, we have to come out of our shells. So it's just been amazing, and it will continue to be amazing.
And that is why we say Agape Hope, empowering lives through youth-led initiatives. So the lives of the members, as well as the lives that you touch. Thank you so much, Lady Shimhyu. And thank you all for joining us here. All right. Looking forward to see you next time. We are third Thursday. All right. Fourth Thursday, it's going to be counselors update. So we have 2 counselors coming on. I believe it's going to be race course. And another of the divisions that's going to be coming on, sharing the work that they're doing in their division. And then 5th Thursday, you want to come on back in this space. We have our final Youth in Action segment for the year. And we're going to be hearing what the youth leaders are doing in this space. We want to hear who the new Parish Youth Council president is going to be. They're supposed to be having their election soon. So we want to come back here and join them and cheer them on. All right. Kayla is going to be seeing you all at this seminar tomorrow. All right. Have a fantastic night.
Thank you for having us. We'll see you soon.
Thanks so much for having us. You too.
Pleasure. All right.